That's awesome. I'm going to move on to this next step, and it's interesting because it goes with what we just talked about as far as nurturing, but it's defining an MQL.
Ooh.
And MQL, in case you don't already know, means marketing qualified lead. Who wants to take this one?
I can take it.
I think we can touch on lead scoring here a little bit if that's what you want to talk about.
Oh, I love lead scoring.
I know.
I wrote an article
this guy's
about
obsessed with this stuff.
The Web Canopy Journal. Order it if you haven't yet.
Oh, here, hold that up for the camera.
Meeting owl, look over here.
And if you're just listening, imagine Sam holding up a magazine.
So defining an MQL, there's certain things that are just sort of standard across the board, like best practices, and there's certain things that are just totally going to depend on your company, your industry, the space you're in, what your goals are, and all that. But basically, what we want to do is kind of build this profile of who we want, someone that's both a great fit and highly engaged, that you're ready to hand this person off to your sales team for. Try to get them on a call, try to get them on sort of starting with a discovery call all the way to an opportunity, and hopefully close deal, pop the champagne. So lead scoring is probably the best way to do it. There's a few different ways, that will call people an MQL, but most of it coming from lead scoring in HubSpot, which you can kind of assign numeric values to both, like I said, high fit people based on like their job title, based on their state. Like if you've got a certain geographic footprint, you work in the Northeast, you work in North America or whatever.
The revenue.
Yep, the revenue, the number of employees, industry, that kind of thing, and kind of building and you ask your salespeople. It doesn't take a lot of work to build your lead scoring, and they know this like the back of their hand and what their appetite is and all that. And then engagement gets a little bit tricky, but that's kind of where it helps working with an agency who's got like a template or a platform they use, but thinking about like, okay, how many of my marketing emails have they clicked? How many have they opened? Which pages of their website have they visited? And because we want to look at how many pages they're visiting, but I think which pages they're visiting are even more important, because if they're looking at the home page, great, but if they're looking at something more high impact like the pricing page or a case study or something,
right, a
even
little
better.
more bottom of funnel page.
That might be worth 7 points, and the other one might be worth 3 points or something. We look at what's downloads they've done, like how much of your content they've interacted with. Have they downloaded a case study? Did they attend that webinar you had earlier this summer? Did they whatever? And so taking those points and saying there's a certain point where they're a good enough fit and a good enough and highly enough engaged that this is someone we want to call an MQL and hand off to the sales team. The other way we do it is something that giving people the immediate off ramp to raise their hand right now and say, I'm ready for a sales call. It's not going to happen as often. People won't really take that step, but they will. Yeah, some will. And so like just think about if you've got that form or that CTA in your homepage that says schedule a call or get a demo or whatever that might be. Those people I would say are going right to the front of the line and become an MQL automatically.
Yeah, that wraps it up, right? I mean, it's basically to dumb down what Tim eloquently put. It's assigning points for things that people in your contact list do. Basically, that's it. Like to like really dumb it down. Like that you want people from Michigan who have been to your site twice this week. Like, let's say it's that easy. Anyone who's done that, you're ready to like try to get them on a call. Then you would have that set up in your CRM to notify you once that person from Michigan has been to your site twice. And then you're ready to send these sales emails. You're ready to get them into this next thing. And that's kind of the sales and marketing handoff, which I think maybe Sam wants to touch on.
And to caveat on that, it's something that needs to be fluid. It can always be changing. And if you're noticing on your sales side that you're getting a lot of MQLs that aren't converting, there might be something wrong with your lead scoring that you need to adjust. Like, these people are obviously not ready yet, and it can be tweaked either left or right to adjust. And being really honest with yourself is also really important. Like, having MQLs just for the sake of having MQLs is not worth it for you. And so bumping numbers up just to push people through the system is useless.
Yeah, and it's like you said, it's a living, breathing thing that you want to change and optimize over time. I would look at it like once a month if you can, certainly once a quarter, and and just know that like even as your business goals change, like say someone is making a decision, we want to really grow in manufacturing and we want to focus on that industry. Go back and add manufacturing to your lead scoring and just make that bump if they're in that industry, or if they downloaded like a manufacturing ebook or have looked at manufacturing pages on your website. Then you know that those are the people that are in that space. Give that a little boost and update, even if it's only temporarily. Like this is our goal for the fall. Let's add that to the lead scoring. The other point I wanted to make is just a kind of a real world example with a client we have who is relatively new and they've got a good contact database and pretty aggressive growth goals, but they don't really have much marketing going on yet. So what we did is set the threshold pretty low for lead scoring, just to start, just to get the salespeople at least
feed them a little bit, right?
Yeah, at least get them on talking to people who are somewhat engaged. So what we did is if they filled out, if they attended a webinar that we held, or have clicked on a marketing email or opened 5 emails, at least we know that they've engaged to a certain level. There's not zero.
They know who you are, right?
They know who you are, what you're doing. Let's reach out and have a conversation. But as we grow and as like the marketing efforts ramp up, I would expect to raise that threshold quite dramatically.